the one that sits on the throne, our King and our God. Bless him. We bless you this morning. We thank you. You have been our helper, and you have been our help. We give you glory. All my days I will sing your praise. Father, we are grateful to you this morning for all that you have done. We thank you for your hand that we see in our lives, for the many miracles, that testimony, how you shielded your daughter and kept her and helped her and brought her to the place where she's earning 10 times. It's only you that do things like that. The ones we know and the ones we don't know, you have been good and kind. We're thankful. Thank you for the blood of Jesus. Thank you for the power in his name. Thank you for the Holy Bible you give to us and the church you are building on the face of the earth. Thank you for choosing us and causing us to come to you and to be part of your nuclear family. As we look into your word this morning, open our eyes. Let power flow. Let there be healing. Let there be strength impacted by your word and your spirit. In Jesus' mighty name. Please let me welcome someone to church this morning. Welcome someone to church this morning. Hallelujah. I want to advise you, don't allow anybody distract you today. Are you hearing me? If anybody is distracting you with their phone, if they are surfing the internet, maybe they're on Instagram or chatting, just wave like this. I will ask you to stand and you just do like this and do like this. Praise God. Have you been blessed by the series Marriage Architecture? And once in a while, I just go to my timeline to see the commotion that is going on there, the debate and the fight and the quarrel. Someone sent me a link to someone who shared my message on his Twitter account. And the fight that was going on in that place, oh my God. They were tearing themselves, their clothes. And one lady appointed herself as the defender of the truth. He said they should leave anybody to her who fights here. She would deal with the person. So I have elected not to worry myself. And I want to encourage you, don't insult people who insult me on my timeline. I am responsible for what I say. I'm not responsible for how they understand it. The Bible says that I should take heed how you hear. Some people don't hear well. And because they are prejudiced and they have issues that are inside them, when the truth comes, they will fight it. Praise the name of the Lord. I want to believe this morning that God will speak to your heart. Open your heart and learn all you can. It will help you. So the series is Marriage Architecture. This is the fourth part in the installment. And we'll start off on Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. With all thy getting, get understanding. Jeremiah 3:15, I'll give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and with understanding. For my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That's Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So I will appoint to you pastors that will feed you with knowledge and understanding so that you don't get destroyed. My brother and friend last week was saying to us that time and chance happens to all. But he was alluding, if you don't listen well, you want to think that he was trying to say that wisdom is not important, that understanding is not important. That's not what he's saying. That, yeah, you can have understanding and time and chance don't happen for you. Then time and chance can happen for you. If you don't have understanding, nothing will happen for you. So the mystery of life is that when time and chance happens, you should have the skill sets to take advantage of the opportunity that it presents. The skill set. Reason why we were trained and parents spent money to send you to school to study is so that you can acquire the skill set. One of my friends, his dad was one of the first old men around who I knew went to university. And he went to Uniport. And he was saying to us that going to the university makes you a man of the universe. A university is that it is assumed that if you pass through a university and the university passes through you as it should, anywhere they drop you in the universe, you excel. That's why you see a man can study Yoruba as a first degree and go on to build a massive empire. Another person can study architecture and build nothing. But it's important you have the skill sets that will help you to take advantage of opportunities that life presents. We heard the testimony of the lady who got an opening in an organization. She didn't tell us the name of the place, but it's one of the top international organizations in Nigeria. And she went for an interview. They didn't select her. She went the second time. She was selected. She was selected because she had the skill set for that role. If I saw that opportunity, I might not be able to take advantage of it. Then another irony is that there are times where you can build things. I don't know what is happening to my sound. Sam, you guys should reduce the echo on the stage. Sound is. So there are times when you can build things, and if you don't pay attention, the things you have built can be destroyed or they can be taken from you. There are people in this world who just wait for you to build, then they take from you what you have built. There are forces of life that will work against you to destroy the things that you have built. When you build a house, inside the elements, wind and storms and all of those things, that if you do not pay attention, the wind will come and remove the roof of your house. Most of you have seen this place looking different. We had done this before, but there was a wind that came that brought down the entire ceiling. That was why we now draped everywhere, because I didn't know what to do. I just draped it. So we had to now engage a consultant. So wind is, they now started checking and so once they put the wind out, the building will be stable. So buildings, marriages are like buildings. They are designed to last the lifetime of the people that are inside that marriage. Your marriage should last for life. But if you do not pay attention to the wind that is blowing against your marriage, that marriage can be torn apart. If you don't pay attention to the flood of life, if you don't pay attention to the people that are speaking into your marriage can be destroyed. One of the things that I learned very early about marriage is that I do not discuss my marriage with people. I have never reported my wife to anybody. Our marriage will be 16 years in December. I have never reported. If there is anything that is wrong, we will discuss it between ourselves. And we have enough wisdom, both of us, to discuss as matured adults. So in choosing a wife, I chose somebody that is reasonable. If you make the mistake of marrying an unreasonable person, you can't do well in marriage. One of my lecturers, one of my professors was teaching us about property management. He gave us like 12 different factors you need to consider in managing a property, particularly a multi-tenanted property. Then he now paused and said, one last point, reasonable tenant. Is it not just tenant? Reasonable reasonable tenant. Say if I ask you in the exam and you forget reasonable tenant, you have failed. He knocked it into our head. If two unreasonable people marry, the marriage will fail. If one unreasonable person is inside that marriage, the marriage has 50% chances of failing. If the property is not protected against the element, it can collapse. Or it will be on the verge of collapsing. So when you see a building, it's either the building has collapsed or is about collapsing. The same thing with the marriage. It's either the marriage is standing strong or about to collapse or the marriage has collapsed. So marriages, like buildings, if they collapse, they can be rebuilt. Marriages can be rebuilt. If they are the verge of collapse or they have collapsed. I have seen marriages that have collapsed rebuilt. I have seen marriages at the verge of collapsing rebuilt. I'll start with a marriage that had collapsed for more than 30 years and was lying in ruins for like 34 years. It's the marriage of my father and my mom. In 1984, my mom left. Engineer, what year did you reconcile? 2018? No, it was maybe 2018, I think. 2018. 32 years. Huh? 34 years. They were not talking to each other for more than 30 years. For more than 28 years. They don't talk to each other. When I didn't even know it was a big deal. So I tweeted the picture of their wedding when they were cutting their remarriage, where they were cutting the cake. I just casually tweeted it. I didn't even attend. My sisters were there, and I tweeted it. And Linda Ikeji took it up. It was all over the news. Newspapers were reaching out to interview me. I said, for what? I didn't know it was a big deal. Like, this is big deal. This is big deal. This is people. I saw comments that be like, it should happen for us too, and all of that. And yeah. And they're still married. Yeah, and they now started, it was a new marriage. They were not even coming to me for counseling. I said, no, I can't be counseling my parents. You know, it was their marriage that led me to learning about marriage. And their remarriage has forced me to relearn about marriage. That a marriage had died, buried, lied in, as in there is no hope. 34 years, they reconnected. There's hope for any marriage. And why do I believe there's what they call the power of the resurrection? There was a couple that was introduced to me by one of their friends who used to be in this church. They were at the verge of divorce. They were already in court. The process for divorce had been set in motion. And this friend of mine, who the pastor also was attending Holy Hill that time. So he now told them that, look, let them come and have a meeting with me. I used to have a program on radio then called Marriage Clinic. And by the way, I want to get back to that. Get back to that. So if there's anyone here who works in the, if you can help me do production and all of this stuff, you can talk to me. If you are in, I know Godwin, but I need people that will help me do research and will do all the, you know what I'm talking about. You can come back and you can come along and join me so that I can redo it again. So I used to run Marriage Clinic. So he sent the guy he asked them to come and speak with me. So the man and his wife, both of them young, they were in their maybe early 30s or late 20s. Just a little girl that they just had, and they were at the verge of divorce. What happened? The guy had slept with someone. And then the girl now insulted him that's how his father is. Because they grew up together, you know. They were all in the university community. Both parents were professors, so they knew each other to the house. I know G's can be flowing that the professor is a randy man, you know, that kind of stuff. So they now use it to insult the guy. Then the guy now went to tell our brothers in their family WhatsApp group that this was what happened. So the fight now left their hand, now entered the hand of family. And he's the last born. So all the elder brothers who also know the girl and their families, they now started insulting families. So it now became war between two families. Then it was now, even the divorce was being sponsored by the family. So it has left their hand. So at the verge of they were already in court. So I laughed. So and as a doctor in Marriage Clinic, I opened a case file and started taking notes. So he spoke. You know what? The way you go and consult the doctor. So I said, okay, guys. So he gave me all his points. I wrote them down. The woman spoke, and I would say, by the way, how grievous and how terrible is this your marital issue on a scale of 1 to 10? The lady said about 9. The guy said about 8/10. I said, well, based on my own professional opinion, this is like 1/10. They were shocked. I said, it's the easiest marital issue to deal with. I said, let me give you examples of marriage that have issues. I gave them one example. They said it's true, that their own is not as serious as that. So I said, okay, so you know what? We'll have 6 sessions. And by the time we are done with the 6 sessions, you have to take some decisions and stand by them, and things will be fine. And truthfully, they came. I said, this first one is just brief. You are briefing me. Then I'll prepare the materials to guide you guys. So it was this thing is not hard. It is your coconut head that is the problem. So we now started. By the time we did the 4th session, the romance was back. Then I now told them what they would say to the family. Told them. That is not what we are talking about, so I can't tell you what I told them. There's a way to talk to parents. So. Let me advise you for free. Never say anything bad about your spouse to your siblings. If you tell them something bad, you will forgive them, but siblings and parents we'll be looking at them with the colored eyes. You are the one that caused it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No matter the provocation, you must not open the nakedness of your spouse to your siblings. Their marriage was restored. And I started seeing them come to church. I said, guy, he said, we have decided to be coming to this church. With the level of insight we've gained from you, we are safer being in this church. There is no marriage, no matter how terrible things are, that is beyond redemption. If dead bodies can come back to life and collapsed buildings can be rebuilt, any marriage can come back to life. And any marriage, no matter how dead it is, can be rebuilt. In Isaiah chapter 58, give me Isaiah 58 verse 12. Say, and those from among you shall build the old waste places. You shall raise up the foundations of many generations, and you shall be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of streets to dwell in. When a foundation breaks, the wall will give way and there will be an opening. That's the breach. A breach is when there's a breach in a wall, when there's an opening, a crack that opens, that allows things from the outside to get onto the inside. A marriage cannot fail except the foundation first fails, and the failure of the foundation leads to the opening in the wall of that marriage, and things from the outside can enter inside that marriage to destroy it. But the Bible is saying to us here by the Spirit that them that are among us, there's an anointing that is upon us as sons and daughters of God, that even where the foundation is destroyed, the righteous is anointed to repair it. When I say when the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? The righteous repairs it. And you repair the foundation and breach and repair the breach. You rebuild the foundation and you repair the breach. And when a building collapses, the wise thing to do is to investigate the cause of the collapse. Is it a pillar that shifted? Did they use substandard material? Is it the foundation that failed? Was excess load put on the existing structure? Like in Lagos, after they built a 2-story building, after like 10 years, there's more demand for rent. The landlord said, remove the roof, put 2-story on top again to make it 4. Now the foundation of that house is not designed to carry 4-story building. But they will now superimpose load on that foundation, it will crack. The same thing too with marriages. There are things your marriage can handle, but pressure from your family, you now begin to put it on it. People coming to live with you. You know your wife is not somebody that can accommodate people. But they are not forcing you because you are in Abuja. See, you know I think Pastor Mildred was saying that her dad, father-in-law was Royal Highness. The Royal Highness. He was the king of their village. So anytime anybody from the village is traveling to Lagos, he just gives them the address of the Pastor Clinton's house. Oh, my son is in Lagos. Go and meet him. He said they will just hear a knock on their door. They open. He said, we are from this Royal Highness. They don't know. The person is not related. He's just from their village or a neighboring village. He just send them to their house. If you don't have capacity to accommodate people, then you are now forced to accommodate people inside your house. One day you come back, your marriage has collapsed. What happened? You were putting on that marriage load that the marriage cannot handle. I have seen from movies, Super Story. They don't do Super Story again, Abi. Huh? They still do it? Really? They still do super story. This is super story. All right. When you watch things like that, they are depicting reality. One of the things that I learned is to not to open your house to your direct relatives. They can visit you. Not all of them can live with you. You can argue with me, but it's advice I'm giving you. Particularly siblings can be entitled. Okay. When marriages collapse, they can be rebuilt. And when they are rebuilt, they can be finer than the building that was there before. If you can successfully rebuild your marriage, and both of you are committed to rebuilding it, you will have a marriage that was better than the one that collapsed. Let's look at 12 things, 12 factors that research have shown can lead to the collapse of marriages. One or combination of more than one can trigger marital crisis that can end in divorce. We'll just breeze through them quickly. Number one, infidelity. Infidelity. Now, the reason why you need to know what caused the marital failure, if you don't know what caused it, you will not know how to fix it. If infidelity causes a marital failure, the solution will be different from another one that is caused by disrespect. Are we together there? So in case someone comes to meet you, because you will wonder, why are you teaching us what causes marital failure? For you to know what to avoid. Or if your own has failed, for you to know why it failed and the things you can do if you want to correct it. And let me quickly put this out there. I am not trying to preach to people who are divorced or separated to go back to their spouses. So that is not the purpose of this teaching. I'm not trying to put you under pressure. Are you hearing me? Let's first remove, just be at peace, breathing, say, Are you hearing? So don't feel pressure of the pastor. You are, I'm just putting out wisdom. You can do anything you like with it. You can decide to use it or not to use it. You are free under God. Are you getting what I'm telling you now? So that your mind can receive what I'm teaching. Number one, infidelity. Infidelity is when you are engaged in sexual intercourse or extramarital sex. A sex with another person other than the person you are married to can lead to divorce. It can lead to divorce. My grandfather, on my mother's side, had more than, how many wives? Chief, can you? 4 at once. Apart from my own grandmother, because my grandmother wasn't there. The 4 you are counting doesn't include my grandmother. And who else? His brother got his mother there? Okay. That they were caught like 6, 7. You need to know your history so that you know the demons you need to fight. Are you hearing me? In my paternal family, there is none of the men there who had only one wife. My dad didn't marry 2 men at once, but he had 4 women in his life. 4. My father ended up having children with 4 different women. My mother, 2 stepmother, and 1 away match. And my father will tell you that he's not polygamous. That, yeah, And it's very correct that he was never married to 2 women at once. And that he never chased any woman away. They all left. Yes. And it's very correct. My father is a good man. Oh. I am telling you. You can be nice and still fail in marriage. So I was going to my grandfather. My grandfather, one of his wives fornicated. They caught her in the act. One of the last wife, the young one. I think the old man wasn't helping her well in that. So they now caught her. They now came and told him. He now said he has forgiven her. They said they need to do sacrifice. I said, no, that once he has forgiven her, there is no need for sacrifice. That is he not his wife? That they should leave her alone. That fornication, that he has forgiven the woman. They should leave her. Everybody was shocked. That's when I now realized that, look, infidelity can destroy marriage. Infidelity might not be enough ground for marriage to be destroyed, depending on how the people involved handle it. But you don't know how your spouse will react. Don't touch it. But infidelity is one of the leading causes of divorce. Number 2, financial troubles. Or you can say financial issues. The man can be sexually upright, a man of integrity, but when it comes to money, he's a different animal. And it can be many reasons. It can be one of many things. It can be that he doesn't like to provide. Not that he doesn't have, he's just stingy. He's just stingy like that. That's how he is. He's a stingy person. Or it can be someone who doesn't want you to know how much he has. Do you know that one of my young friends who was married way earlier than us, he was advising me when I was never planning to marry. He was already giving me advice. That let me advise you. Your wife must not know how much you have. Oh. Once she knows, she will not let you rest. That's when she will be bringing lists and demands that you must hide from your wife your real source of income or the real income that you have. That if you have 10 million, tell her it's only 1. I am telling you, I'm giving you the boys' code. I'm telling you now, I'm a guy. I'm telling you how men think. They will not tell you how much is there because they are afraid you will make demands. You didn't marry well. Or you hear that, don't have joint account, don't do this, don't. Yes, you don't have to have joint account, have joint money. You didn't hear that. Because for some people, the money of the man is our money. Their own money is their money. Why are you shouting? You guys are wasting my time. Calm down. Or it can be that the man spends money anyhow. Spend money on things that are not important. No savings, nothing. Just, there was a lady who called me and said, my husband doesn't tell me how much he earns. I don't know how much he earns. Then he doesn't contribute any money to the house. He will just give me 30,000. He doesn't pay the rent. He doesn't pay the bills. Even there was a time that they will even contribute money to pay rent. He will spend it. She will not be the one to pay the rent later. Because she did not want the money to be coming from one account to the landlord's account because the landlord was her boss. You know, so that it doesn't look like she's the one paying rent. So at times, she'll route the money through the husband's account. The husband will clear it. Then she will say, let us plan our income. Let's plan. How much are we making? 1 million. Can we do this? Can we do this? And she was busy buying land and stuff. The man even went and sold one of the land. Then he now started mixing it with little immorality again, his infidelity. He now mix it with it. His own was a combination of infidelity and financial recklessness. The marriage ended. Born again, both of them. Marriage ended. He's born again. Kai. You can be born again but still a fool. There are 10 virgins. 5 were wise. 5 holy but foolish. They were waiting for the coming of Jesus, but they were stupid. You can be born again, tongue talking, and be a mumu. You don't know in marriage you speak money. It's not just to have plenty, but even the little you have, manage it like it's much. Guys, let me tell you, your wife must trust you with money. And wives, your husband must trust you with money. If you don't get it right in that area, you have marital tension. One of my sisters, her husband got some money from someone to do some business. She was the one that facilitated the loan to execute the business. And when the business produced, he gave the money back to her to give back to where she got it. Abby? She took the money and put it in MMM. Wait. So this MM, just 1 month. Just quick, that kind of quick turnaround. The thing got stuck. It was immediately the money entered MMM short. 50 million, not small money. Now, I'm telling you my own home story now. This is home. When the matter came up, my sister said, this marriage, I said, my marriage is over. She was the one that said this. He said, where's my husband here? This marriage is over. Even me, I agreed. So I was now the one that they now asked to go and break the news to the man that the money had hung. They don't tell me before they put the money. It is when there's trouble. Anytime I get a phone call from my family members, there's trouble. So when I eventually told him, he said, well, let me marry. So she said, what have you told us? He said, you should come home. Sit down, let's talk. All right, why didn't you tell me all this while? Okay, Mr. Oga, we'll pay you your money. Give me some time, I'll pay. That was a good man, no? Another man, as they told you, like, you come and carry, they just bring truck, pack all your things to your village. How can you go and be doing an investment of 50 million behind your husband, a money that is not yours, in a very risky venture like MMM? And to even say that the Sunday before, I won from the pulpit. And she told me, come on, what are you saying? You don't understand what's going on. I said, okay. I now reminded her. Financial issues. And it can be not having enough money to run the family or having too much money. Too much money can destroy marriage. Because money is like alcohol. If it leaves your pocket and enter your brain, you misbehave. You act like you are drunk. Some people, the day the woman started making more money than the husband, the marriage started going down. Number 3, lack of effective communication. There might not be infidelity. There might not be any financial pressure there. But it can be that you don't know how to talk. You don't talk to your husband with respect. There are women, when they are talking to their husband, you think they are talking to their gate man. I say, sit down there. Sit down. Sit down. Rain curses and swaying and And another extreme is that you don't even talk at all. You just become a deaf mute. In the house, you're not talking. You don't know communication is like blood in marriage. You know what blood is to the body? That is what communication is to marriage. Now, there can be low blood pressure. It's problem. There can be a high blood pressure. It's problem. If your communication is hyper, it's hyper, something can burst, and that's high blood pressure. The flow should be normal. Both of you will sit down as two matured, reasonable adults, sitting across the table with one another without raising your voice. Your neighbors does not need to know that something is going on inside your house. You're shouting and wake. There are some people, once they're angry, they want everybody in the neighborhood to know that there's problem. Somebody go die for this person. You don't use insults to make a point. Talk normally. The worst form is when where communication has stopped. Some people just shut down for 1 month. Not say anything for 1 month. They wake up in the house. They'll just be singing. That worship is a lie. I am married to Jesus. Satan, leave me alone. I am married to Jesus. Satan, leave me alone. My husband is coming to take me away to everlasting. Who you they talk to now? And if they will talk, it's monosyllabic. No. Yes. How? Later. I'm coming. Fine. Not interested. Busy. Or the worst case, they'll now form deaf and dumb. They'll now be doing sign language. If it doesn't change, you know when blood don't enter some part of the body and there is stroke. So one day you come, your marriage are just. Number 4, constant arguments. Your house is like a court. You are talking, you must win the argument. Constant argument. You argue over everything. From fried fish to boiled fish. I don't like the way you put the salt in this one. I have told you in this house, this is not the way they cook jollof rice. That's the way my mother cook it. After you finish complaining, say, I'm feeling sand. I'm feeling sand in this house. I've told you I don't like to be stepping on sand. I have gone to work for the family. I've brought in all the money, and somebody can't even walk in his house in peace without stepping on sand. Everything argument. Once you start arguing and arguing and arguing, it's what they call contention, combustion. You are combative. It was the thing that we started with. Now we used to argue a lot. My wife is a lawyer. I mean, I'm a fake lawyer. We used to argue. Then one day I say, this is not a court. You don't defend yourself. Let's talk in peace. Let's reason. Then even at times, like in the one of communication, at times, when you want to talk, you just start crying. No, calm down. Don't cry. You're not a baby. Even if you cry, withdraw. Let the person cry. When you cry, when you finish crying, that's okay. Now that you cry, clean your eyes and let's come back to the matter. Don't put it on the game. Because if there's constant argument there will be tension. When there's tension, there will not be contention. The Bible says it's better to live in the roof, in the ceiling of your house, or in the wilderness than to be in the house with a contentious spouse. You are creating tension for the person. Number 5, factor that can lead to marital breakdown. Weight gain or weight loss. Studies have shown that people can disconnect from their spouses if they just gain weight or they lose weight. They just lose that shape. Hey! I saw on the internet, I think 2 weeks ago, a Nigerian celeb who used to be very curvy. Then she now brought out videos where she has lost the curves. It was men that were complaining. What happened to you? You must tell us what happened to you. What is your problem? You are not saying the real thing that is your issue. You are not seeing what you like to see again. Now pay attention to this. And this one is both ways though. Because men, you might not be overweight, but you might be gaining weight in the wrong places. Like what they call a beer belly. I don't know why we have weight around this area. Even gym himself can't even kill it. Because women want 6-pack. You have 1 pack. Or he married a figure 8. You are now like a sack of something. You need to hit the gym. There are some people, he doesn't want you to lose the weight. My wife gained weight one time like that. I said, I like this. I like camo. I like it. She now says she wants to jog. Jog what? What do you want? Can't jog. Leave it. I like it like this. Don't jog it off. Can't jog it off. Says you want to go and jog. What? The jogging is enough. Just do bricks. Just maintain. Be fit. Keep it for me. I like it like that. You know, they will say that you don't tell a woman that she's fat. It's one of the social, political correctness. If you are fat, let them tell you are fat. Go and work on it. Have the mind to handle the truth. Let your husband be able to look you in the face and say, Madam, you are now fat. Work on it. Are we there? Number 6, unrealistic expectations. A lot of marriages collapse because the spouses have unrealistic expectations about their spouses. I cannot become a tech billionaire again. I can't. I can't become a football superstar. You are watching, say, how much do they even play this footballer? 250,000 pounds a week. Oga, you have to go and play football. You must play. This football, you will play. You must look for a league. Even in Saudi Arabia, you will play this football. Is Ronaldo not your mate? He's 40 years old. He's playing. is unrealistic expectation. The guy is a pastor, close to 50 years. How do you want it to go? I can't write code. I can't jog ball like this or this. I can't jog ball. When I knew I didn't have a future in football, I could play. I understood the game. I can coach. But I knew that football is not my calling because I can't jog ball more than 3 times. You know this one I do like this, both legs. I can't do it. If you cannot do it, there is no future for you in football. Just leave it. Be a spectator, a good spectator. Support Arsenal in peace. Everybody who support Arsenal was a failed footballer. Tell me. I am an Arsenal fan. Listen. You might not agree. Arsenal, I am one of you. I'm a top gunner. I've been a gunner since Kanu Wanko, not today. Are you hearing me? Top gunner. Gunner for life. We love beautiful football because they are playing it the way we will have played it. That is why we are still committed to them, even though they are not winning. I am telling you the truth. So if my wife now say I must become a part of Arsenal first 11, or go and start a tech company that will become a unicorn, she has to go and look for another husband. Or you want a woman that is as beautiful and curvy like Beyonce, as holy and pious like Mama Deboye, and can sing like Whitney Houston, and sexy like Nicki Minaj. Only you, one woman, Mama Deboye, she can pray in tongues like Mama Deboye, very holy and pious, but sexy at the same time. And unrealistic. Go and marry yourself. So every time you are looking at the person, you have multiple personality disorder. You are trying to transfer it to your wife. Number 7, lack of intimacy. Now, the man might not be cheating, he might be good financially, but there's a disconnect. You are not spending time physically connecting with yourselves. You know, in the scriptures, maybe you can give me the scripture where the Bible recorded that Isaac and Rebekah were sporting with one another. They were caressing to sport. Give me that scripture not in the King James. Give us in the King James. Then now give us in another version, a modern version. When they got into the place, they were asking them, who are you? He says, my sister. Then in the night, in the evening, the king was looking through the palace. He saw them at the backyard. The way Baba Isaac was holding our mother, was holding her and touching her in places that brother not a touch sister like this now. He said, okay, come. He said, but you said, I'm just afraid. Even though he was afraid that they might kill him. Then Abimelech called Isaac and said, quite obviously, no, give us from 8. Give us. Now, it came to pass when he had been there a long time that Abimelech, king of Philistine, looked through a window and saw. And there was Isaac showing endearment to Sarah, his wife. Rebekah, his wife. Next verse. Then Abimelech called Isaac and said, quite obviously, she's your wife. How could you say she's my sister? Can you give us in a modern translation? That verse 8. Verse 8. Enjoying one another. Give me another version. That I'm looking for a word. It happened when he had been there a long time that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out of a window and saw Isaac caressing. I won't teach you. Go and check the meaning of caressing on the internet. He was touching the woman. in vital areas. And her body was doing like, It's in the Bible. When last did your wife say, yeah? When last? Both of you are like soldiers. Good morning. You are blessed. See you later. Ice walk. Fine. We have come back. Where's my food? You sit down. Bring water for me. This water is too cold. Can you add some to it? Wake up. You carry a newspaper. You're reading. You go and sleep. I'm tired. See you tomorrow. Good night. Off lights. And if you have a man who is like that, let me tell you what you do. When he comes back from work on Friday, send the children away. Just put petals from the outside to the dining table and recondition the lights to red. Are you hearing me? Then wear something nice. And a soft music is playing as it's coming. Hey, my king, you're welcome, my king. Oh, you are back. Oh. Can I massage your feet, please? You remember the revolution? The food is set. Then when you eat this one, there are other things to eat. So if he doesn't want to play, you play. Create the atmosphere. Number 8, physical and emotional abuse. Physical and emotional abuse. We've stressed this already. When the person is aggressive and they are hitting you with stick, with stones, with words, you are being dehumanized, being physically and emotionally abused in the marriage. And if it doesn't stop, it can lead to divorce. Barrenness or childlessness, or having a particular type of gender. If anyone is still having problem with, say, you only have only boys or only girls in the 21st century, you need to go and get your hair checked. I think there was a time they were appointing EDs, GMDs of banks. Like 4 in a row were all women. In a row, 4 in a row, all women. Even the Zenith Bank recently, a woman. As masculine and as aggressive as Nigeria is, that is designed to suppress women. Women are not green. They're still breaking ground. Barrenness, not having children, will make some people to go outside, to go and do things that can lead to infidelity, that can now also destroy the marriage. There are men that they must have a shun. They must have a shun. And you are the one responsible for the gender that they give you. It is what you put inside that they give back to you. That's number what? Number 10, inequality. Inequality. This is a situation where things are not equally arranged. Yes, I know the man is the head. The man and the woman are equal, but the husband is the head of his wife. The home should be run in a way. It is not possible for things to be done 50-50. Not possible. But where you can contribute, you refuse to contribute, the person will be carrying too much load. For example, if you can bring money and you are being selfish and being stingy with money, the person will be feeling that you are giving them too much responsibility in that marriage. Or they do almost everything. She's the one that washes. She's the one that does the dishes. She's the one that does school runs. You don't contribute. You don't do anything inside the house. All the chores and all the home caring of the home is squarely on your wife's shoulder. She also goes to work like you do. You come back and you are not doing anything. Let me tell you, when we had our first child, second child, I just realized that the work increased. I said, no, I need to see how I can support my wife. It's okay, we need to get a maid, and I'm paying for the maid. I'll be the one to pay. Let's get somebody to help to drive the children to school. You reduce the burden on the person. Because in marriage, let me tell you, the real marriage is work. You do work. The marriage has, your house will be dirty. Your toilet will be dirty. Your clothes will be very dirty. When we're getting married, my mother-in-law said, make sure you buy a washing machine. Make sure you buy I didn't understand. Until when I now realized that by default, the woman will just feel that it's her duty to take care of your laundries. And if she's the one that likes to do laundry, she will not have a problem. And I say, please, can you not do my laundry? Okay, can they run it in the washing machine, but don't iron them? My wife those early days, she would do laundry and iron my clothes. Even one of my friends that was living with us, she also helped him do his laundry and iron his clothes. There were just the three of us in the house then. So one day, we came back and she said, this is your friend that never said thank you. I said, stop doing it for him. You are not the wife. I'm your husband. It is not, we didn't give contract that you help him to wash his clothes. We gave him a bed to sleep and food to eat. If his clothes is dirty, let him wash it by himself. So, but if you leave all the work for one person, it's inequality. They will feel used. Don't make the person feel used. Inequality in this case is not that the man and the woman, the husband and wife are equal. No, husband is the head. But as the head, you must be responsible to think for the family, to see how you can reduce the workload of your wife. Where we are in our marriage now, I told you guys that when we started, my wife was the one bringing all the cash. Where we are now, I bring all the cash. I tell her, keep your money. If you use your money to do anything, it's your choice. I don't want her to feel any financial pressure. Just imagine she's still the one bringing the cash for 16 years. She will be tired. And if you don't change, the marriage can break. Number 11, inadequate preparation for marriage. One of the leading causes of marital issues is that people enter into marriage not knowing the things that are inside. Hey! You think that in marriage, people just say, gang, 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 remove clothes, cha, 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 cha. He go shock you. You know the way they do now? From inside the door, ka, 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 cha, ka, 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 ha, 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 ha. They lie. They don't do like that in marriage. That one is acting. They will tell you that I'm tired. I am tired. Good night. They will off the light like this. You can be turned on like a generator. They not send you till tomorrow. You can't do anything. You have to go and bathe with cold water. I'm telling you. Are you hearing what I'm telling you now? The women will not laugh well now. They will not laugh. You enter the place. You realize that those your long nails will become short. You cook food, You will cut onion, you will tire. You cook rice. Cook for the family. Do school runs. You turn to driver and tailor and everything in the house. The wives, let me tell you, wives, you are everything in your home. You are a doctor. You must know medicine and their names. And how many times they use it. It's inside your head. If they wake you, you will know. Penicillin, give her 2. You are a nutritionist. You are the one that will go for Like PTA meeting, I have never attended PTA meeting in my life. I told my wife, when our daughter started school, I said, this girl will be using school bus. He said, no. I said, let it be on record that you are the one that elected to do school runs. I will not do school runs. You will not come next year and change your mind about school. If you change your mind, school bus, I will pay. Because when I looked into marriage and saw school runs, I told myself that son of man will not do it. And if my wife forces me to do it, there will be a problem. And she enjoys doing it. She enjoys it. And she has her reasons. That the 15 minutes to school and back is 30 minutes every day discussing. You get to know their friends. I say, good for you. You cover me in that area. I, the son of man, will not be involved in that ministry. So when you enter marriage without knowing what is there, it's like going into the kitchen not knowing that you can choke. Not knowing that it can be hot. Not knowing that it can be smoky. Not knowing that you leave the place smelling like goat meat and fresh fish. You go looks clean all the time. You wash, you do laundry. You clean the house. And you pay bills. You will buy Pampers and buy Pampers and buy. How much is Pampers now? How much is Pampers now? 16,000. Jesus is Lord. Thank God I've escaped. Just imagine how you have twins. They will tell you Pampers has finished. What? Now shit, they call shit for his house. You will not be suggesting them to be using nappy. You know nappy? I'm telling you, it got to a point where I say, madam, we have to use nappy. You know what they call nappy? You know nappy? They will put don't tie the baby. And that's the reason why our parents had plenty children. They didn't buy Pampers. They didn't. Who pay bills? I bought Pampers for like 10 years, non-stop. When my daughter was born, the second, immediately before she stopped using Pampers, the second one had come. Before that one finished, the third one has come. This 6 years already. The fourth one came. And the boy used Pampers for almost 3 years. I said, oh boy, one day I said, we are not buying again. We are not buying again. You will pay school fees. School fees. In millions. Millions. They will disgrace your children if you don't pay. You pay house rent. If you know you cannot care for the person you are bringing to the house, remain single. You can't eat more than 150,000 a month, only you. 200. If you are eating from in high restaurant, if you eat twice a day, you spend maybe like 400K in a month. You'll be fine. Only you. Provided you are eating like 1 million. Because when I was a single guy, I was not cooking, I was eating out. I was sitting in Bilbao kitchen every morning. I go and eat my breakfast there. 3K, 4K. Who afford it? Only me. But once you now bring another woman inside, you now bring children, and children eat like chicken. Children can eat, my son will say, he will eat like 5 times a day. Those are the things you see inside marriage. If you did not prepare for it, you can run away. And finally, faith and religious disagreement. I won't go to your church. You will not come to my church. I don't believe the things you believe. We don't agree on the same things. When all these issues build, 7 things quickly that you need to do. Number 1, acknowledge the issues. Acknowledge the things that triggered it. If any of this is present and you want to fix that marriage, you acknowledge the issues. Identify the issues. Take responsibility for your own part. And confess your fault. You must know that it takes two people for a marriage to collapse. Our level of contribution might not be the same, but you played a role no matter what caused the collapse of your marriage. You must take your own portion of that blame and live with it. Number two, make sure you don't stop talking. You reestablish, so if your marriage has failed, you want to rebuild it, both of you can meet and start talking, okay, this was what I did, this is what I did, forgive me, I forgive you. You confess your fault. You tell the person, this was what I did. I agree I did this. And you must take responsibility for your actions. Then number two, you resume communication. You start talking like you just met. Make sure that you don't stop talking, and you must be very respectful. You express yourself very clearly and very calm. That is not the time to be reminding yourself the things you did wrong. You already acknowledge them. And keep words flowing. Keep on gisting. It is by words we sustain our marriage. Number three, you now deliberately rebuild trust. You tell them to trust you again. And in saying it, you must say it from inside your heart. You must be very honest. And you must stay true to your commitment. They must see to it that there are things inside your life that has changed. And in rebuilding trust, don't operate in fear, with guilt, or as a victim. And if you've done the first one of acknowledging something is wrong and you start talking, but if you get to the point of rebuilding trust and you don't think you can trust that person again, you cannot restore that marriage. Once you get to that point, so people can start talking and be gisting, but if they look at it and say, I can't trust this guy, you can't rebuild. Just leave it. But if you can cross that order, you come to the fourth one. You must forget everything they did wrong. You must forgive them. The things they said that they did. Forgive them the things they did, then try to forget the things that they did. Don't bring up those issues again. Some people that have marital issues that they are fond of just bringing up something the person did. Once you keep on digging the past, you will not leave the past. The Bible says, we'll be kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake has forgiven us. Colossians 3:19, husbands, love your wives and not be bitter against them. So you don't hold on to grudges and bitterness. Then when you get to that point, you've forgiven them, you now start rekindling intimacy. Being intimate, being vulnerable again, touch them, allow them to hold your hands, and all of those things. And if the thing had led to a divorce, you have to now begin to take steps of proper reconciliation and go and do the marriage right again and all those stuffs again. And before you get there, you now rebuild the foundation of the house. It is when you have got to that place where both of you are now comfortable being with one another, you now begin to rebuild the foundation. Recasting the vision. This time, you're not talking of the things that went wrong. The things you want to do in the marriage. You are farming those values there. The goals that you want to achieve. And you begin to show commitment to one another. And finally, you cannot do these 6 things without counselors. So get counselors. Surround yourself with counselors. It's not enough for you to have counselors. You must have counselors that you are ready to listen to and do the things they tell you. You can get counselors in church. It's free. If you don't want people in church to know what's going on, you go and pay counselors outside that have a track record of helping people mend their marriage. Or you can also look for people who have gone through the same thing you've gone through to counsel you. There was a time a guy came to meet me, and when he was telling me what was wrong, he just reminded me of my dad and my mom. I called my dad. I said my dad should speak to him. My dad, everything that I told him, my father started giving me counsel. Because people that have come out of sexual scandal or who have done stuff and they are doing well, you can go and meet them for counsel. They will give you clear, unedited version. that will help your marriage to work. Bow your head and I know we took a lot of time this morning, but please bow your head and talk to God this morning. Talk to God. Oh, Father, we thank you. Talk to Him. If your marriage is shaky, ask for grace and wisdom to stabilize it. And if you're not married, pray for wisdom to build a good marriage. And if you are divorced, separated, and you want to remarry, ask for wisdom and grace and the help of God to guide you in this season that you are in. And if you are here, you are angry with your spouse, they've offended you, I want you to pray for grace to forgive them and to forget that they hurt you. Thank you, Father God, in Jesus' mighty name. All right, let me take 3 questions quickly. My husband has high expectation for my future, for my future. I do too, but ever since I started having children, I lost so much drive, and he used to help me search for jobs, but all of a sudden, he stopped paying attention to me. Now he sees other women doing well and comparing with them. It makes me feel less of myself. Okay, you are reporting your husband to me, right? Because this is not a question. Is it a question? Oga, your wife needs you to help her too. Because one thing is that, I don't know, there's a medical terminology. Is it postpartum syndrome? Huh? Postpartum depression. So some people, when they give birth to children, they need help to get back to where they used to be. Some people don't even go back to it. People are wired differently. So if there are things you see, because there are goals they shared with you about their future before they came into the house, you must not stop being the voice of encouragement. And it is bad for you to be comparing your spouse with another person. Once you start doing that, you will start destroying your home. You will not like it if they compare you with Dangote. You will not get money. You will not get. But even if you're a successful man, there are men that are more successful than you. Will you be happy and say, Tesla, na man, no, Tesla. Elon Musk, na man. 1 Elon Musk is equal to 7 Dangote. How many Elon Musk would they? How many of you they will bring for Elon Musk? To be like 888,000. You will not like it. I do that. So there's no point. So you cannot be a voice that tears down you believe in their future, that's why you marry them. Remain that voice. Even if they are not where you expect, where they are supposed to be. You are the one that ever impregnated the woman to start with. Why not allow her to go and achieve first, then you now resume marital Kenny? Please take your time. Madam, not vex. So, next question. My parents' marriage is struggling. What can I do as their child to save it? Pray. Stay clear from it. Let me advise you as somebody with experience. Stay clear from your parents' marriage. Don't take sides. If they call you to rant, just listen. Don't act on it. Don't call your mom after your dad has spoken. Say, Mommy, what's going on? They will draw you into something and they will use your head to break coconut. When they said to you, you will not be there. You will now offend your mom. Your mom will say you are a bad girl. Don't get involved. Just tell, like when my dad called me, I said, Dad, is there any old person that you can call? This thing you are doing is not, I cannot speak in the matters of my parents. Where will I stand to speak? He said, I'm a pastor, but I am not your pastor, I'm your son. Go and talk to your own pastor. Let him be the one to speak to you. Are you getting it? Leave them, pray for them, and stay. And you can send them books. Next question. How do you rebuild a marriage with an unreasonable wife who for 13 years of marriage has no respect for her in-laws and husband's siblings? She's seeking divorce. This is what you said. I don't judge a matter hearing only one side. If your wife now bring her own version, all of us will say, yay. What did your in-laws do? You didn't tell us. Because when you say somebody is unreasonable, now then push and reach there, where something now knock inside their brain. I not go agree. Now you push and I not go agree. So I think if I get unreasonable, there's no context to it, so I won't be able to answer that question well. Is that okay? Next question. As a GF, what's GF? Jeff. I'm always the one raising the tough conversation and can sense he's not afraid of losing me. Is this ground for breakup? He not send you now. He not send you. If you are discussing tough conversations, and he say, are you worried? You can get lost if you like. If that's the attitude he's giving you. When you get married, it will get worse. If he treasures you, he will take the things you are saying serious. It's already a sign that he not send you. Am I speaking somebody's mind? Give me another question, the last one. Peace and good morning, sir. I discussed my husband with people because I need advice on how to handle the relationship since they are older and more experienced. Be careful. Let me tell you. The only time I have spoken to anyone about my wife was one time I just sensed that she had become depressed. I can talk about it because she's mentioned it publicly. Became depressed, wasn't willing to do anything. She would be in the house, nothing. She didn't want to go to church. Even at the point she stopped going to church. People came from church to see her, they knock, she didn't open the door. I just said something is wrong. I spoke to my boss. I said she's depressed. Because in my own, where we came from, I've never seen depression. We are too happy. When we don't roll tire. How you go depressed? Don't run tire, play football, go and swim, go climb tree, pluck mango, go and eat guava, everything. We were living in the Garden of Eden as it were. Why would I be depressed? Everywhere around us were fruits. Even if you don't have food in your house, you just enter the bush. You bring mango and tangerine and all that. So with the depression is maybe you are just sad for a moment and you are up again. I didn't know what it was. Then I went to search the internet. The document that I saw, you would think they came to my house and they were clacking my wife. I now read the solution and all of those things and all. It is when those kind of issues present. Not that she coughed. She did this. Then in going to seek counsel, you must be led by the Spirit. Yeah, there are things the person will do. There are issues that we present that you must talk and get people to speak. And you only speak to people that can help you solve the problem, not people that can help you complicate it. And I would even advise, don't even talk to your parents or a parent immediately. So you get counsel, but be guided the kind of places. So your wife said that your father is a randy man. You now went to tell your dad. You will complicate your marriage now. You can get a counselor or talk to the pastor. It's very important that, yes, there are things, it's not everything you talk about, but the things you need to talk about, you have to be guided on the people you can talk to them, talk about those things. Is that okay? Praise the name of the Lord. Let me come and sit down. Then we'll take the communion.